special guest, Adam Ray, straight from Los Angeles,
straight up.
joining me. This is really exciting for me, guys, because I know Adam from Los Angeles.
Yep, back in the day.
And I had no idea he was here in studio.
We
and
matched up on J-Date, and she was like, I'm not Jewish, but I'm on this side because I'm into Jewish boys.
And I'm into making my mother really upset.
Oh, for real? She was not a fan of our relationship. No.
She wants me with a nice, like, Indian or Pakistani voice.
Does she?
Yeah.
What about if I learn the language?
I guess you could be considered, like, light-skinned South Asian, perhaps.
Yeah, if I fill this beard in, I can look Pakistani.
I think you could, actually.
Yeah.
Have you been mistaken for Pakistani?
For sure. Yeah.
We can change your name. Actually, you know what? I know Pakistani's named Adam.
Do you really?
I do. Yeah, it's because it's a biblical, like, it's a religious name, so you know you're already in.
I mean, I've heard I enjoy your guys' food, and you know.
That's pretty much all I enjoy.
Yeah, I was trying to think of what other Pakistani cultures I've been introduced to.
Well, no, I was actually just complaining the other day because I was getting the lecture about not being married when I was home last weekend.
Nice, they're hitting you hard with that.
Oh yeah, completely. And they were like, well, at least be married by the time you're 30. And I tell this friend of my mom's, I was like, I am 30. And I was getting so much crap. And I was like, honestly, guys, what does it matter? How Pakistani am I really? I like the food. I like the chai. I'll wear the clothes at an ethnic event, but that's kind of it.
Yeah, give her a break. Jeez.
All right, Hapalea is saying, Adam Ray, what does he do? He's a comedian and an actor. I remember going and watching you in The Heat.
Yeah.
I went with KT Tatara and a whole bunch of other comics, and it was so exciting to watch you in that movie.
Love KT. That was cool. I got to motorboat Sandra Bullock, which was bucket list number 17 for me. It was date a Pakistani girl and then motorboat Sandra Bullock. So I've got one off the list. Yeah, that was a fun movie that a lot of people saw it. People don't recognize me from because I had a beard and long hair, so. You know.
Yeah, but there's probably a picture of you.
There's got to be pictures, yeah.
Adam Ray, The Heat.
You got it. Checkmate. Let's see. There
it is.
Boom.
I remember this film.
Yikes.
So if you guys saw this, I'm gonna pull this up now. This was basically you in the movie.
Yeah. Look at that beard.
I guess you
grew that myself. That's Pakistani.
I was just gonna say. I'm getting slightly turned on.
Whoa, yes.
Like,
Do we need to shut these
my
mics
mom
off?
would totally approve now.
What is your mom's name? Does she have a super Pakistani name?
Aisha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, there's Aisha Taylor too.
There is. Is she Pakistani?
No, she's not. I don't think so.
Well, not with that attitude.
Rachel's saying, holy cow, Adam Ray. She's really excited to see you.
Rachel, awesomeness.
Yeah.
Who is his celebrity? Jealous of his facial hair. Wish I could grow sideburns like his.
All right. Well, a lot of people are chiming in, and
you know what? Just have a positive outlook. Like, have a strong mindset. Like, want to be a part of the sideburn game. You know, if you wish it. Samia Ray sounds good.
Oh,
nice.
Gosh.
That beard suits him. Oh, okay.
He's very handsome in that piece.
Thank you, Happy Lee.
I want to ask you Jonathan's question only because we've been talking about the debate all morning.
Yeah, it's a topical issue.
Do you have a candidate that you support or a candidate that is perfect for comedy at least?
I mean, I'm not. Yeah. Well, I mean, comedy-wise, obviously, Trump is just doesn't seem real to me. How he sounds, I mean, his political knowledge. I just feel like everything. I just feel like I'm waiting for him at some point. I feel like he's got almost about as much like poly knowledge as like I did when I ran for vice president in the 5th grade.
Did you win?
I lost, actually, because I ran against the most popular girl in school, and my platform...
your version of Hillary Clinton.
Pretty much. Her name was Annie Bernhard. And if you're out there, Annie, I'm still holding a grudge, okay? Like, you won because you were the new hot girl in school, you know? Like, if you could be hot in the 5th grade, which she was. She wore very low-cut shirts, and you know, there was nothing there yet, but she gave us something to think about. My platform was I would have recess be longer, and then my mom helped me write. This is probably like the first time I tried stand-up and the first time I bombed.
Oh, my God.
My mom helped me write my speech, and she goes, promise ice cream every day, and then say not. So in my speech I go, and if you vote for me, I'll make sure that we have ice cream every day. Pause. Not. And literally the silence was just deafening. I mean, it was like, and then I even heard like one teacher in the back be like, that's bull, like, you know, just so pissed. It was.
I think a longer recess though is great. Although I don't think that the 5th grade president has the authority to change the schedule.
You know what though? But see, that's the problem with student council. Everyone's like, a 5th grader can't change the world.
Listen,
well, you can't, but recess you should be able to. 15 minutes is not long enough to break a sweat. Michelle Obama's like, get out there and play more, tubbies. You know, to all the kids who stuff their face with Cookie Crisp and Fruit by the Foots. I was one of those kids. You got to have a longer recess so that you can
work it off.
Work it off.
I think you make a really good point, though. You're a 5th grader making all these promises during your campaign. I think politicians still do that, even in the national political race.
And then they don't have to back at Congress to help to make these things. It's like, and Congress was, for us in the 5th grade, the PTA or the principal was like, hey, principal, who was my principal? Miss Watkins, right? And she was, she looked like the Grim Reaper, and she had these like long fake nails. Mm-hmm. I'll never forget them because she used to like tap you on the shoulder. And they were like just like long like screwdrivers on the end of her fingers. Anyway, I digress. But she was frightening. But she didn't have the support of these kids and their movements trying to change the world. Anyway, long story short, I'm backing. I don't know.
There's a lot to choose from. There's like 14 Republican candidates, only 3 Democratic candidates left.
Comedy-wise, I mean, any Republican debate is ripe for material.
Oh my gosh, last night, no exception.
Yeah.
Did you hear that they talked about fantasy football during the debate?
As what? What was
Can I just show you this clip? It
Please.
is gold. It's from Chris Christie, and I showed them, the viewers, a number of times over and over. But it's just so good, and it just basically calls out CNBC on their crappy questions and the fact that they're not doing their job because they're supposed to be talking about like finance and the economy and everything like that.
I don't know. I don't know at what point we're gonna really like get down to the issues that we need to be discussing. But the debate, it's a hype show, man. It's like. It's just it should be called false promises because everybody's just like.
Well, okay.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying, in this, like, they're trying to make it sort of related to the economy, and they're like, do you think they should regulate fantasy football? Because it's kind of gambling. Should the government get involved in fantasy football? So they posed that question to Jeb Bush, and he's like, WTF, and then next thing you know, Chris Christie stepped in. So I'm going to play this clip so you can
if they're going to ask that, they might as well be like, do you think we should start, do you think bar mitzvah DJs should be allowed to play whatever song they want, or should they play mostly, Hanukkah hits? It's like, what are we talking about?
That's how everyone felt on stage. I'm going to go ahead and play this clip now so you can hear it. And it's just, it's gold. Start.
So here's,
are we
say
really
this.
Talking about getting
we have a government
involved in fantasy football? We have $19 trillion in debt. We have people out of work. We have ISIS and Al-Qaeda attacking us. And we're talking about fantasy football? Can we stop? Stop. So seriously. How about this? How about we get the government to do what they're supposed to be doing? Secure our borders, protect our people, and support American values and American
that seemed
families.
Very...
Enough on fantasy football. Let people play. Who cares?
Yeah, that almost seemed like that was planned. Like
you think so?
Well, yeah, like they set him up. Like who? So they asked. It's almost they knew Jeb Bush was going to have no clue or interest, and then Chris Christie, he seemed so ready
but Chris
to step in.
Wasn't even asked to step in.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's a free for all. Like
You think it's all scripted and staged secretly?
It's
all for ratings.
David Blaine's an illusionist, and Copperfield, even he's got a script, and they try to seem like off the cuff. It's like, I don't know. I don't know what to believe anymore. Also, I don't trust how pink that tie is. I'm down for a good pink every now and then, but Also, why wear suits? Why can't they dress like me? Why can't they wear a softball coach T-shirt with a little Pearl Jam flannel?
What does your sticker say? Oh, I got an uber cute kitten.
Apparently, I just found out from your two anchors here at Fox that Uber now will bring you kittens to snuggle with for like 10 minutes.
15 minutes, actually.
What?
15 minutes of snuggle time. I actually wanted to have a cat come visit me on set today and cuddle with, but there's too much going on. I had to choose between you and the cat. was like,
You
am I
chose
going to hang
wisely.
out with Adam for 15 minutes or the
You
kitten
chose
for
wisely
15
because I'm a
minutes?
much better snuggler than that cat will ever be. And I'll say that on record. And if you're listening, Fievel, oh no, Fievel was a mouse. What's the name of the cat that you were going to get delivered here? Do you get to pick, or is it just like dealer's choice?
I think they just surprise you. But that's true. There are a lot of different cats. Some are cute, some are not so cute, some are grumpy. We actually had a visit from Grumpy Cat not too long ago.
What?
Yeah, he's from Arizona.
Were you He's from Arizona.
Yeah.
Were you starstruck?
No.
Yeah.
Maybe cat struck.
Do you think that?
Terrible joke.
Do you think?
You should do the joke.
Yeah, it's all right. We, stick to your career. What does Grumpy Cat? Do you think he's ever smiled? What a sad. Although
if he's making millions, he's not too sad.
His owners are making millions.
Right. Sure.
That's crazy.
I don't think Grumpy Cat himself has a bank account.
There's got to be. You would think that other animals would get on, like, follow suit. Like, why isn't there I guess there's Droopy Dog, but that's a cartoon. But like, why not like, Depressed Dalmatian or like
It's too long. People don't like things.
The Prozac parrot. Like, have other creatures that are on board with like making money out of being like, I'm so sad. Like, there's not enough food for. Or like Grumpy Giraffe. Those guys already have resting bitch face. They do, right?
That's a great yeah, they do. You're right. So, Adam, I need to wrap up pretty soon, but why don't you tell the viewers
beard pic, please.
About,
Happy Please, all about that beard life.
I'm going to pull it up again, but why don't you
beard life.
tell viewers a little bit about yourself, those of
Sure.
them that don't know you.
So I'm from Seattle, Washington. I went to USC. Then, I've been touring the country doing stand-up for a while. I did the movie The Heat. I'm in the new Ghostbusters that comes out in July.
Oh, cool.
And
what are you doing in that?
I can't totally say, but I do get attacked by a ghost, and I sing a couple songs. I'm the lead singer of a death metal band.
Oh, wow. Did you have to grow out your hair or anything?
Yeah, and I wore eyeliner and a sleeveless leather vest so I could show off the lack of triceps. And, I got a podcast called About Last Night that I do with fellow Trojan Brad Williams, who is a dwarf. And if you don't have a dwarf best friend, I highly recommend you get one.
I have a question.
Don't steal one because that's illegal, but, in 7 years, bad luck. What's that?
I have a question, and maybe this is politically incorrect, but whatever.
Yeah.
Dwarf versus midget, is there a difference? Do people prefer one to the other?
I say midget if I'm really drunk and angry at him, but...
is that offensive to them?
No,
is midget offensive?
No,
I don't know.
He's chill about it. He's little person. Dwarfism is what it is. So that's what he prefers to be.
I see.
But also, he also prefers Brad, his name.
The dwarf. Oh.
Yeah, for sure. But he's hilarious. And, I'm down here in Tempe doing shows at the Improv all weekend, looking for love, looking to meet a wife on Halloween. So, ladies, if you're out, and you know what, maybe if you're thinking like, hey, this year I want to go as a pumpkin, and then you're like, oh, but I got a slutty pumpkin. Maybe just be a regular pumpkin this year. And maybe just if you want to go as like a printer, and then your friends are like, but you got to be like a slutty printer. Like, maybe just be a printer. And, and I guess what I'm trying to say is the story of Hanukkah started when a Pakistani girl and a Jewish guy got together. You seem confused.
No, I'm listening.
I'm too tall for you, Adam. Rachel's still stuck on this. Most dudes say midget when they are drunk. Yeah. How many fans do you have on here?
It depends. I don't know right now. How many people are watching? Let's see. 48. It just dropped to 48.
Perfect. Dropped? Yikes. Yikes. All right. You know what? I should take a hint. And who is this?
Don't worry. It'll live on the internet forever as an archived clip.
Why?
Because it's so
God,
good.
everything is just, it's on the, and the Jewish accepted this. All right, I don't know if I'm comfortable with that question. the phrasing of that. Cute couple, Samia and Adam
okay,
sitting in a tree.
No, let's just stop with this. No.
Sitting in a tree.
So,
more like spooning in a tree.
Real quick, just to give you guys a heads up, Adam Ray performing at the Tempe Improv tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday, Halloween night. If you're trying to catch his eye, wear some sort of costume that stands out.
That stands out, but be you too. That's all. I'm all about that in 2015. Be you. If you want to take some mushrooms and go to a Target, and buy a couple bikes, that's be you. If you want to, if you want to, I don't know. If you want to, fill up a bunch of balloons with gummy bears and throw them at an old folks home, again, like, it's your life. So I'm not going to judge. They do look great together. Okay, my tree hugging days are no longer exciting. I need to spoon it.
Oh, God.
A bit of advice, though. Grow the beard back. Yikes. Yo, Happy Lee, I don't tell you how to live your life.
You know what? On that note, I'm going to go ahead and walk you out, but to entertain our viewers, I'm going to put up the beard picture one more time. Thanks for hanging out, Adam.
Thanks, Samia. You're the best.